we are comparing, right, Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya with the moon. The faces look like a moon, and compared to lotus feet to lotus, right? So is it compared to the lotus and moon in this material world are the same will be existing in the spiritual world also? Because Lord's body is a transcendental nature, right? So it cannot be compared to the material thing, right? So that's what I have a question.
Yes, very nice question. You are correct. The Lord's attributes cannot be compared to anything in this material world, and he is transcendental. And because he cannot be compared to anything in the material world, how can we describe him to those who are in this material world? So people like us, we don't have, or we don't remember the experience in the spiritual world. All we have experience of is something in this material world. So in order to explain to people in the material world, the Shastras and the Acharyas have to use the examples from this material world. When you look at the moon, how soothing you feel how bright, right? Yes, we say, yes, that's true. That's the closest description that you can come to describing the Lord. That's how he was. So then we are able to, our limited mind and imagination is able to then project it. Oh, that's how, okay. If he would say, oh, if they would describe saying, oh, the way that the wonderful effulgence is in the spiritual world and how it is in so many different ways, we would be like, it doesn't make sense. What do you mean? So they are trying their best to describe as close as possible. Of course, the Lord is much more beautiful than the moon, but that's how we understand it, and we understand how the moon gives soothing to everyone in the same way. Similarly, the lotus, we know that lotus, even though it is in the muddy water, but it is still fragrant and it grows very beautiful. So similarly, when we compare the Lord's attributes to lotus, means he is in this material world, but don't mistake him that he is of this material world. Just like a lotus is in the muddy water, but it's not muddy. So Lord is not affected, just like the lotus, by this material world. That's what they are trying to. And also lotus is beautiful. It's a beautiful flower. When you look at it,
Tender.
the feeling and the experience that we get when we touch its petals, that's the closest in the material world that you can describe of the indescribable features of the Lord. So it's for us that they're doing that. If they start speaking in the language of the spiritual world, we'll be all lost. We won't know what are you really talking about.